Psalms 139, 7 through 12. Let's go there. Let's read. Now this is verse 7 in Psalms 139. Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence? He's asking that question. If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. And let's look at, I'm not sure I should do that, so I'm going to just keep it moving. Verse 9, if I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. Look at Psalms 23, 2 through 3. Psalms 23. All of us are acquainted with Psalms 23, aren't we? 23. We're all acquainted with 23. So we're going to go there and see what it says. What do we find there? Psalms 23, 2 through 3. And listen what it says. It says, He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. So, no matter where we go, no matter what we do, there he is. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. My. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. Job found that out in Job 22 and 13. And I'm not going to read that because all I can hear is don't strike. Keep moving. The next psalm celebrates God's incredible power and creativity. His omnipotence. David specifically focuses on the intrinsic design of the human body. Even before the moment of conception, God is at work in forming a person. In the womb, each person is already an image bearer of God, an example of his masterpiece, creative work, Psalms. And we're going to go through that in Psalms 13 through 16. Let's look at what God says about that. For thou hast possessed my reins, thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. My substance was not hid from thee when I was made in secret and curiously wrought in the lowest part of the earth. Thine eyes did see my substance yet being unperfect, and in thy book all my members were written, which in countenance were fashioned, when as yet was none of them. How precious also are they, thy thoughts. 17th verse. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O God. How great is the sum of them. Let's go to Psalms 40 and 5. Psalms 40 and 5. I've never seen Psalms so, I guess I've read it, but it's amazing right now. Psalms 40 and 5. And this is the wisdom of God. It's almost like when you're praying for wisdom, but this is like how God just explains everything. But Psalms 40 and 5, and let's start at the third verse. He says 1 through 5. Okay. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry. He brought me up also out of an horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, and established my goings. And he hath put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our God. Many shall see it and fear, and shall trust in the Lord. Blessed is that man that maketh the Lord his trust, and respects not the proud, nor such as turn aside to lies. Verse 5 is the one that we're focused on in Psalms 40 and 5. Many, O Lord, my God, are thy wonders, wonderful. Many, O Lord, my God, are thy wonderful works which thou hast done, and thy thoughts which are to usward. They cannot be reckoned up in order unto thee. If I would declare and speak of them, they are more than can be numbered. Let me read 5 again. Many, O Lord, my God, are thy wonderful works which thou hast done, and thy thoughts which are to usward. They cannot be reckoned up in order unto thee. If I would declare and speak of them, they are more than can be numbered. We cannot number them. They're too many. They're too many to number. Wow, this is powerful. It's unbelievably powerful. Psalms 90, go to 90, Psalms 92 and 5. Psalms 92. And 5. And 1 through 5. It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord, and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High, to show forth thy loving kindness in the morning, and thy faithfulness every night. Be still. Peace be still. Peace be still. It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord, and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High, to show forth thy loving kindness in the morning, and thy faithfulness every night. Upon an instrument of 10 strings, and upon the psaltery, and upon the harp with a solemn sound. For thou, Lord, hast made me glad through thy works. I will triumph in the works of thy hands. O Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. That's Psalms 92, 1 through 5. Look at God. That's how amazing God is. verse 18. And I'll tell you another thing that is amazing about God. He controls everything. If I should count them, they are more in number than in the sand. When I awake, I am still with thee. Psalms 139 and 18. If I should count them, they are more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with thee. Nineteenth verse. Surely thou wouldst slay the wicked, O God. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. But they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am I not grieved? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? Verse 22. I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. Verse 23. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts. And the last verse of Psalms 139, the 24th verse. And see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. The Psalm celebrates God's incredible power and creativity. His omnipotence. David specifically focuses on the intrinsic design of the human body and how God is at work in forming a person, how in the womb, and each of, as I said, in the womb and how he does. Each person is already in the image bearing of God. So the final part is David explores God's justice. While David trusts God and celebrates his blessings, he is also affected by the sins of those who hate God. David sees God's enemies as his enemies as such. David prays for God to destroy those who are evil. But David neither takes this responsibility on himself nor asks for it. Rather, he pleads with God to deal with the wicked. At the same time, David recognizes that he is vulnerable to sin and asks God to search his heart and mind and lead him in the right way, just as we also do. See, God, we also have to ask God to lead us in the right way and see if there's any wicked way in us. And then that's why I prayed Psalms 51, because we also have to search our own heart, search our own mind, search our own soul, and then see if there be any wicked way in us, and then create in us a clean heart, renew within us a right spirit. Because the only one that can do that is God. He's the only one that can create in us a clean heart and then renew within us a right spirit. And just like David saying in the 24th verse, he says it. David recognizes that he is vulnerable to sin and asks God to search his heart. Because when we're asking in the 23rd verse of Psalms 139, search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me. Lead me in the way everlasting. And that's what we all need to do, is asking God, if there is God, lead me in the way everlasting. And then also praying that prayer, Psalms 51. And that's a prayer that was taught to me, and explained to me and broken down to me